website's photo of her wearing a plunging tie-dye jumpsuit and loose braids demanding respect. China wrote, "To all you people out there with negative comments and insecure words, obviously because you have nothing else to do but criticize the next, I am having a baby. Exactly what do you expect me to see? If I walk out in makeups and heels every day to be beautiful, to your means, I would be miserable and unhappy, which are two vibes I refuse to transfer to my little one." She concluded by saying, "If I comment on y'all pictures and go in on them tired weaves or unblended contours, I'll be wrong, right? It'll be tragic. So stop playing and put some respect on my name." The response comes soon after 28-year-old China's fiancé, Rob Kardashian, posted a photo of his soon-to-be bride on Instagram. The Keeping Up with the Kardashian star wrote as the photo's caption, "My beautiful baby's in Miami." The only photo featured China basking in the sun on a balcony. Blake Lively offended fans with a questionable Instagram caption Tuesday in Cannes. The 28-year-old actress posted a photo of herself from the Cafe Society premiere at the 2016 Cannes International Film Festival, writing, "LA faced with an Oakland booty." Lively's caption is a lyric from the Sir Mix-a-Lot hit Baby Got Back, which the rapper once told HuffPost Entertainment celebrates black women's bodies. Fans called the post racially insensitive and emblematic of Lively's white privilege. One social media user wrote, "Another day, another rich white woman using WOC's bodies as a punchline and commodity, as if Blake Lively wasn't the worst already." Another person added, "I wanted to follow Blake Lively just to unfollow after this LA Oakland business. So much privilege, even Goop feels uncomfortable." Lively's post followed controversy about her appearance in Cafe Society, which opened the film's festival last week. The movie is directed by Woody Allen, who was accused of sexual abuse by his daughter, Dylan Farrow. Allen's son, Ronan Farrow, slammed the media and Allen's collaborators in an essay prior to Cafe Society's premiere, suggesting news outlets haven't given due attention to his sister's claims. Mariah Carey is opening up about her rumor feud with Jennifer Lopez. The 46-year-old pop star explained the beef on Tuesday's episode of Watch What Happens Live after claiming to still not know the 46-year-old singer in March. Carey famously declared, "I don't know her," when asked about Lopez in the 2000s. The singer said, "That was so long ago, I can't believe people still make such a big deal of it. You know what, I'm very forgetful. Apparently I'm forgetful because I don't remember the fact that we met, and it was just like, hi, I'm so-and-so." She also added, "I don't know her. Like, what am I supposed to say? I'm not going to put on a thing like, oh, we're all Hollywood and let's just all pretend we're best friends. It's no offense to anybody. It wasn't like I don't know who she is. Of course I do." Lopez, who claims to have met Carey many times, denied rumors of a feud on Watch What Happens Live in March. The pair are both residents in Las Vegas, and Lopez has attended nearly every other residency show besides Carey. She explained, "I think last year when Mariah's residency started, I was already here in New York filming Shades of Blue and doing American Idol on the weekends. Then I started preparing my own. I don't think there's been a time when I could have seen it." Carey's last released Me, I'm Mariah, the Elusive Enchantress, in 2014 and will continue her residency at Caesar's Palace into September. The pop star is also planning her wedding to Australian businessman James Packer. Soleil Moon Frye and her husband Jason Goldberg have welcomed their fourth child. The 39-year-old actress announced she gave birth to a son in an Instagram post Wednesday, sharing a first photo of herself and Goldberg with the child. Frye captioned the photo, "Welcome to our world, sweet baby boy story." Punky Brewster star and Goldberg married in 1998 and are already parents to 10-year-old daughter Poet, 8-year-old daughter Jagger, and 2-year-old son Lyric. The actress announced she was expecting again in November. She subsequently told People, "We were so surprised by this amazing little miracle. This was definitely a really happy surprise. It was not something we were planning on, and yet we could not be more excited and thrilled." She also added the kids are over the moon about it. Poet and Jagger are ready again. They're like, okay, let's go for it, and Lyric doesn't quite know what's going on. I'm really excited for him to have a little one to play with. Frye admitted motherhood turned out to be more difficult than she thought on Oprah's Where Are They Now in 2013. The actress started her website the same year to connect with fans and celebrate the parenting journey. Frye came to fame as the title character on Punky Brewster and is also known for playing Roxy King on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She later voiced characters on Robot Chicken and hosted the own series Home Made Simple. Friendly exes Kate Beckinsale and Michael Sheen have recreated an old family photo. The 42-year-old English actress and 47-year-old Welsh actor enlisted their 17-year-old daughter, Lily Mo, to recreate a scene from her birth. Beckinsale captioned the photo on Instagram, "Always a baby to me, #Lily." The Underworld star and the Twilight actor welcomed their daughter in January 1999. The former couple were together from 1995 to 2003 and previously recreated the moment of Lily's birth on her 16th birthday. The actress told E! News this month, "We reenacted her birth and took pictures of it. I wasn't naked. I was actually in a very nice cigarette pan and high heels. Michael took one of my legs, and Lily came from behind and was diving between my legs." Beckinsale elaborated on Tuesday's episode of The Late Late Show with James Corden, explained she and Sheen thought it might be quite nice to recreate the birth in a photo. The actress brought the photo along and gave a play-by-play of the scene. She said, "That's why there's so much effort on my face personally, and Lily's doing the yikes, I'm coming out of vagina face, and Michael's not doing very much at all," which is quite realistically what the real thing was like. Beckinsale plays Celine in the Underworld film series and will reprise the role in Underworld Blood Wars, which opens on October 14th. She will voice McTwips in Alice Through the Looking Glass and is also slated for Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of May 28th. Number 10, Rihanna with Needed Me. Number 9, Zayn Malik with Pillow Talk. Number 8, Rihanna featuring Drake with Work. Number 7, The Chainsmokers featuring Daya with Don't Let Me Down. Number 6, Fifth Harmony featuring Ty Dolla $ign with Work from Harmony. Number 5, Mike Posner with I Took a Pill in Ebenezer. Number 4, Lucas Graham with 7 Years. Number 3, Desire with Panda. Number 2, Drake featuring Wizkid and Kayla with One Dance. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of May 28th, Justin Timberlake with Can't Stop the Feeling. Now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1965, Pete Townsend writes My Generation on his 20th birthday. From the Bible to Oedipus Rex to King Lear, literature has long concerned itself with the difficult relations that sometimes arises between members of different generations. The fifth commandment, honor thy father and thy mother, that you may have a long life in the land which the eternal your God is giving you, is perhaps the earliest known of acknowledgement of the human potential for intergenerational conflict. Yet it seems that every generation of humans has faced this dilemma, and perhaps never more so than during the 1960s, when a demographic time bomb loosed the largest generation of teenagers in history upon an unsuspecting world. With numbers its size, this generation would set its own terms in the age-old conflict of youth versus everyone else, and never were those terms more clearly expressed than in the lyrics of My Generation, the song that The Who's Pete Townsend wrote on this date in 1965. Why don't you all fade away, talk about my generation, and don't you try to dig what we all say, talk about my generation. As Townsend has told the story, he wrote those lyrics on a train ride from London to Southampton, a train ride necessitated by the towing away of his 1935 Packard hearse from its parking spot in front of his house in Chenson Place, the road between Clarence House and Buckingham Palace. He said at the time, one day I came back and it was gone. It had turned out that the Queen Mother had it moved because her husband had been buried in a similar vehicle, and it reminded her of him. When I went to collect it, they wanted 250 quaaludes. I only paid 30 for it in the first place. That was the great indignity that prompted Townsend to pen the immortal lyric, Hope I Die Before I Get Old. But while that lyric may have perfectly captured a youth's eye on the generation gap, a more immediate concern for The Who in the spring of 1965 was whether they could survive their own internal conflicts long enough to record My Generation. The Who was famous for infighting even then, and lead singer Roger Daltrey was on his way out in a "You're fired, you can't fire me because I quit" dispute until the runaway success of My Generation forced the entire band to reconsider the split. As it turned out, the song that Pete Townsend wrote on this date in 1965 is what kept The Who together and set them on a course towards becoming one of the most successful rock bands of the era. Also on this date in 2006, the Da Vinci Code opens. Amid a firestorm of publicity and controversy, the director Ron Howard's big-screen adaptation of Dan Brown's mega best-selling thriller Da Vinci Code debuts in theaters on this date in 2006. Howard directed the $125 million film from a script from Akivia Goldsmith. The pair had previously won Oscars for their collaboration on 2001's A Beautiful Mind, starring Russell Crowe as the brilliant mathematician and paranoid schizophrenic John Nash. Clocking in at 2 hours and 20 minutes, the Da Vinci Code stars Tom Hanks as Robert Langdon, a professor of religious symbology at the Harvard University. Audrey Tautou played Sophie, the alluring French cryptographer who teams with Langdon to investigate symbolic clues left by her grandfather, a curator at the Louvre Museum in Paris, after he is murdered at the hands of a mysterious hooded figure named Silas, played by Paul Bentley. The acclaimed actor Sir Ian McKellen also appears in the film, playing the campy and eccentric British academic Sir Lee Teabing, who teaches Langdon and Sophie of a secret society formed long ago to protect the descendants of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Though critics have savaged Brown's novel, published in 2003, it was devoured by legions of avid fans, and by the time the film was released, the book had sold some 60 million copies worldwide. Many tourist industry even grew up around the book as readers rushed to visit key sites mentioned by Brown. Its popularity was due in no small part to the controversy surrounding the book's portrayal of the history of Christianity, the world's largest religion. Some Christian leaders were particularly incensed by the book's claims that Jesus was in fact a mortal man who was married to Mary Magdalene, and that the couple had children who lived in France today. The most vehement critics of the book's content, many of whom also protested at screenings of the films when it was released, maintained that the Vinci Code was not just a harmless piece of suspense fiction, but a dangerous piece of propaganda aimed at building the public's distrust on the Roman Catholic Church, already bruised from widespread revelations that people who claim to have been sexually abused as children by members of the clergy. A string of authors have already rushed to publish books rebutting the claims of the novel, many claiming to have broken or cracked the Da Vinci Code. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival on May 17, 2006, 2 days before it was released in the United States. Earlier that month, a representative of the Vatican had condemned the film at a conference in Rome as full of Camillese offenses and historical and theological errors, according to a story in Catholic World News. Just as book critics had imagined Brown's clunky prose, many film reviewers reacted with disdain to the movie. And just as with the book, neither the protests nor the generally poor reviews failed to keep audiences away. Da Vinci Code had the third highest opening weekend of the year at some $77 million and went on to gross a total of $217 million domestically. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, May 19th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.